This is Mel from Bangle Whisper. Welcome to Bangle Whisper. Hi, this is Mel. I hope all of you are doing awesome. Today I'm going to do a paranormal, supernatural ghost story. In the story there's a character named Zina. Zina is a beautiful young lady. She's just 22 years old and she got her first job in a city. Now this is a very old city where a lot of battle have taken place. Anyway, this job is just for 1 or 2 years, so this is her first job. So she's not even sure that how long she's going to stay in the city, but she's very excited to have her first job. And she heard that the city is really beautiful, even though it is a little bit old, but still very beautiful. So she couldn't wait to go there. And the job was supposed to start in a month. Now she tried to look for housing from far away from the place she's residing right now, which is another city and quite far from this place. So, but she had no luck doing that. So she got in touch with one of the real estate agents, and the agent had no problem finding her place, since these agents always have connections with vacant places. So this was a really old building, and this town, most of the buildings are very, very old, and they were not renovating much, and the streets were very, not very good, not very good looking, because most of the cities, big cities, and that's the problem with the living in the downtown, because the houses are really historic houses, very old, and the roads are really not good. But countryside is much better. So anyway, so the job was at the city, so she had no choice but to go there. So she came and she stayed in a motel for a couple of days, and then she met the real estate agent, and it was a nice lady. And then she went to see the place. Now she saw the place and it was okay, because it's going to be only for a year or two until she makes a decision whether she's going to stay there or move away or take another job. Anyway, so she took the place. The rent wasn't so horrible. It was just $1,000 something per month. So she took it. It was 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it was furnished such a way that whatever you need, not so much, just had a bed, had a table and few chairs for eating in one corner of the living room, and another corner there was an old couch and a table. So the agent said, well, the previous owner has left all these items, and if you choose, you can keep it, and if you don't want it, let us know, we'll just haul it out. Gina did not have anything. She said, okay, I'll move tonight. And all she had, she went to her motel and she got 2 boxes. That's all her belongings, because she didn't want to bring too much stuff. So she bought 2 boxes. She just moved in. She said, I'll just get my boxes. While the agent was still hanging around, she took an Uber and went and got 2 boxes and came back to the building. Then the agent said that, so I assume you're going to keep this furniture. And she said, that's fine. And she looked at the bed. The bed was very good condition. The bed wasn't broken or anything. And so she said, okay, I'll just take this because I don't have anything at the moment, and I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to go to the store and get few things what I need. And she said, Selena said, well, Miss Gina, let me show you the kitchen. And she went to the kitchen, and she opened up the cupboard, and kitchen, everything was clean. They cleaned up good for new tenant, and said, previous tenant has left these bowls and dishes, and if you want them, you may have it, and some fork and knives, all this kind of things are there. If you don't want it, I'll just ask the maintenance guy to come and just clean up and take everything. And she said, well, you can keep it. I mean, I don't have any problem. I don't have anything at the moment, so I have to buy everything, including plates and everything. And then she said, well, this looks pretty good and clean, and I'll just keep it. And she said, well, if you want, you can just throw it in the dishwasher and then just have it freshly washed again. It looks clean, but if you want. And so she put everything. This was a time for her to test out the dishwasher as well, if it's working or not. So she threw everything in the dishwasher, and actually there was some soap too, and she just said, well, it seems like someone just left and there's everything here. And she said, yeah, the previous lady, I guess she left, and she left all these things, didn't want to take it with her. I was like, okay, that's great for me, because I don't have anything at the moment. And then then the lady said, okay, let me show you the thermostat here, and it's right here outside the bedroom. So this was just one bedroom. So one bedroom and another living room. Living room was divided into two portions. One had one table and four chairs. And she said, well, do you want this chair table? And she said, yeah, great. I mean, this will make a great dining table for me. I don't have any problem with it. And the chair and the tables look pretty sturdy. They were like very old oak wood, so they were not the new kind, and the weak kind is like very strong. So she said, Selena said, these furnitures are really old but antique and very good quality. So if you don't mind, I can just call the Goodwill and they will just take it, and we'll just haul it out there. And she said, oh, they just look fine, I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. So she showed her the thermostat, and she said, well, you're going to be paying for the heat and the cooling, so you decide how much you want to put it. But if I were you, I would put it around 72 to 74. That saves a little bit money. If you keep it in the 70, you will see it a little extra. So yeah, if you keep it around 74, 75, if you don't have problem, then you see it will be like $80 a month. And if you keep it at 70, and then it will be around $100 a month, because Selena lived in the same building, so she knew, what the roughly figure comes. And she was like, I'm great with that. I'll just give it a 75, because, see, I don't have much blanket and stuff. I don't bring anything, so yeah, I'm fine with that. And she said, Selena said, well, take a look at here. And she went and saw the bed, and the bed had pillows, blankets, and everything. She said, all you need to do is just haul it out to the laundromat, which is downstairs, to the basement. Just haul it out there and just give it a fresh wash with some laundry detergent. And then she took her to the pantry, which was a little pantry inside the bathroom. It was a cute little pantry. And she said, look, all the soap here, you can use that. It looks like a good soap. And she's like, wow, great, everything is here. Anyway, so Selena left, and Zina put it at 75, the thermostat. She wanted to save money because this was her first job. And then she just started cleaning up and sweeping and everything. And there was already broom, mop, everything there. So she just swept up, and then this is an old city, but the beauty of it is that it had all kinds of stores and eating place, just everything downstairs. As soon as she got down from the buildings, the downtown, so she didn't have any problem to find any kind of eating space like Pizza Hut or McDonald's or restaurants or grocery store. Everything was there, whatever kind of food. There was some Indian grocery store, Indian restaurant. So, and this city where she got the place rented actually, had a college, one of the biggest college campus, and so the campus, there was everything available. So she was very happy about it, that she wouldn't have problem finding food or getting grocery or ordering food, and the place seemed pretty quiet and nice, and she was just happy. And there were plenty of, like about 24 hours Walmart. So she just got into Uber and went cruising down the city, and then she got down to Walmart and picked up some few things in there. Even though the place had everything, she just picked up some food and stuff, and then she came back and cleaned out the fridge and put everything, all her food in there. And then she also picked up some fresh fruits, vegetables, and some pizza and some Indian food, things like what she's going to eat. And she came back in Uber after doing all those groceries, and the place had few grocery bags, like handmade embroidered bags hanging in the closet, and she was so happy. She was like, wow, it's like everything is here, and she just couldn't believe that everything was right there. Anyway, so then she ate, and she brought from Walmart, she got a bed in the back and a pillow, because she didn't want to sleep on that bed without doing laundry and everything, and she didn't feel like doing laundry that same day. She was very tired. So she slept on the floor in the bedroom. She slept on the floor and sleeping bag and a pillow. And she kept the temperature at 75. Around 3 a.m. she got up feeling so frozen, like the room was so frozen, the place was so frozen. So she got up, and then she made some warm tea, and she looked into the thermostat. The thermostat was down at 70. And she was like, whoa, how did that happen? How did that get down to 70? I kept it at 75, and there's a little door to the thermostat area, and she closed the door, and she said, how did that happen? So she took out her cell phone and took a picture before she turned it to 75 again, just to make sure that she's not sleepwalking or dreaming or anything. And then she drank some warm tea, walked around, and put on a sweater. And this sweater was in the closet, and she just dusted it out and wore it because she was very cold. So then she went back to sleep again. And then around 6 o'clock, she woke up frozen, and she went to see, and she could not believe her eyes. She's like, oh my God, I turned this thing into 75, and now it's back to 68. So she took another picture, and she said, tomorrow, then she looked at the phone, and she's like, well, this is tomorrow. This is like, that was almost 7 o'clock. She's like, oh my God, I need to quickly take a hot shower and go to the office. So she took a warm shower, got dressed, and ate something from the fridge, some croissant or bread she ate it. And then as soon as she was going to go out the door, and she looked at the table, and on the table there was a plate, and it looked like there was a croissant eaten from the plate. There was some crumbs on the plate, and there was a little teacup and a plate. And she's like, why did I do that? I didn't do that. I don't remember doing that. Because when she drank her tea, she just walked around and drank it and washed it up and put it on the just put it on the side, on top of a towel to drain the water. And she's like, well, I don't know, I'm dreaming stuff. So she got down to the office, and she said that, well, this is what happened here. I have it in my phone. Every time I put the thermostat to 75, it's becoming 70. So you guys need to send somebody to fix that because I'm freezing there. So they said, okay, we'll come down. And then Selena sent some people, the maintenance people, they came and they looked down and there was nothing wrong with it. So they still put it back to 75, and then they came back around 4 or 5 times throughout the day while they were working in another apartment. They came back to check to make sure that it is at 75, not going down to 70. And then they took picture also and showed it to her. Look, this is always a 75. This is did not go to 70. She said, okay, I don't know what happened. So they said, okay, if it happens at night time, you make sure take a picture and keep it so we'll know what's going on. For sure. And then she came back, and then after that, she got her food and everything, and she ate. And after she ate, she was really tired, and she went took all the clothes, all the bed sheet and everything from the bed and blankets and everything. She washed them throughout the whole day, so she got very tired of sweeping, dusting, cleaning, washing, cleaning the bathroom and everything. She wanted everything to be perfect, so she really liked the place, and dusting all the tables, chairs. And there were on a table in the corner, there's an old-fashioned TV, very old-fashioned TV, black and white. And she turned it on. Sometimes it was color, sometimes turned into black and white. So it's like, okay, whatever, I don't watch that much TV, but it's okay, as long as it's game free. So she had it running so she doesn't feel bored or lonely. Anyway, then after all the work's done, she did the bed nicely and she was happy about the bed. And then she got inside the bed and it was feel comfortable, the covers and everything. She's like, oh, okay, I'm going to have a comfy sleep. And then she fall asleep. Around 3 a.m. she got up, same freezing, and she right away went to see the thermostat. She saw, wow, it went to 68. Then she put it up to 75 and went back to sleep again. And then again 6 o'clock and she woke up, the same thing happened. So she was like, what is going on? And this time the thermostat, that little door was open. So she put it at 75, went back to the office complaining. So the maintenance guy came up and he gave her a little lock with 2 keys. Said, okay, after you put it in 75, you lock it so you know nobody could change it or you didn't change it. He was just trying to be funny. And she was like, okay, very funny. So she took the lock and the key. And so all day went and she was happy watching TV, this, that. And during the day, the few minor things happened which she didn't pay much attention and she thought, well, I don't know, maybe I did it. Sometimes she found a little piece of cake in a plate on the table, sometimes teacup, things like that. Sometimes TV getting on itself, or sometimes you watch TV, the TV is getting off by itself. So, but see that these are all old things, and I cannot count on it because they're just old, so they couldn't back up and off automatically. So then, as she was sitting on the bed, thinking about all these things, and she took the TV. TV was in the living room. She just took it to the bedroom and put it on top of a dresser. There was an old dresser, and then there were some old clothes inside the dresser, so she took out all the clothes and put it in a basket. There was some laundry basket, old basket. She put it in the trash basket and put it in the living room closet to just give it away to the Goodwill. She thought, oh, what am I going to do with these clothes? Or she thought, Okay, I'll take it to the laundromat and clean it and see if I can lose anything. But anyway, she just kept it there for think about it later. And then she put her clothes, she fixed up all her clothes in the dresser. And then she put the little TV on top of the dresser, and the TV was just on, and she wasn't watching it, and she's just planning out all the things what she's gonna do and what are the things she has to buy, things like that. As she was doing that, she saw the dresser, the top drawer just open, and then it closed by itself. Zina, her mouth becomes so wide open. She was just like flabbergasted. She's like, what just happened? The dresser opened by itself and then got closed by itself. So she was like, there was no wind out of the dresser. It was just not explainable. She did not think there's something very funny here. And then after some time she heard noise in the bathroom. The faucet started by itself. It was running and then it got turned on by itself. It was like something very creepy about this place. So at night time she put it on 75 and it really locked it with the little door, the key, she locked it. And then 3 a.m. she found that the door is open and the lock and key is hanging and it's turned to 68. And the table had a little piece of cake eaten and the big croissant box we had. The box was sitting on the counter on the kitchen, like somebody took out the croissant, put in the plate in it. And then she saw the teapot had tea and the cup and plate was on the table that somebody had drank the tea. This was making her very uncomfortable. This is all unexplainable things and she does not do that. She never ate at night time. She did not believe in eating at night time. She finished always her last meal around 8, maximum 9, never after that. She would just drink water. But sometimes, like early morning, if she wakes up, feels cold, she'll drink some tea. But anyway, so then she locked it and went to sleep. Around 6 o'clock she got up. It was so cold. And it was open and the lock and key was hanging outside. And this was open. So she changed it and closed the lock. And before she did that, she had her cell phone on and she recorded everything. And she was taking pictures and recording all the events, like faucet being open and the drawer getting open and the food on the table and the teacup. So her cell phone was on, and then as she closed it, she saw these buildings were very old, about 100 years old. So the windows were very different. The window had a windowsill, like it was wide coming out a lot, so you could literally sit in there like a sofa and you could see outside sitting on it. And outside was very nice to watch outside because outside it had a main road, but sometimes it could get very noisy because there were a lot of ambulance and motorcycle going and car going till late night. And since there was a university, so it's just screaming kids going at night time. Gina didn't mind because she liked being with people. She didn't like very quiet place because this was not her kind of thing. She just graduated from college, so she liked the college life and noise. So she saw an old lady, like a 60 or 70-year-old. She couldn't tell because she could not see the face. The face was looking out the window and sitting on the windowsill. But she was looking outside when she was talking, and she said, don't turn that up to 75. It is so hot. I feel so hot. Cannot live here. And then she said, who are you? How did you get here? This is my apartment. And then the old lady said, well, I am Sarah, and I live here. And you tell me, who are you? He said, you live here? I just moved in yesterday. He said, well, nice. But can't you see all these things are mine? I live here. She said, yeah, I see everything, a lot of things here, the chair, table, TV, and all the things. She said, well, I live here, and I'm Sarah. And she said, well, they rented me the place, and they said nobody lives here. She said, well, I live here, you can see, and then you're making the place too hot. I like it 70 or 68, but I don't like it 75. I feel so hot. She said, okay, I'm so sorry. I will put it to 70. She said, okay. And then she said, well, I didn't know that you live here. I'm sleeping on your bed, so where would you sleep? He said, never mind, I'll just sit and drink my tea. You can sleep on that bed. She said, okay, thank you so much. And then she went and she slept, and she was thinking out, how did she get here? Maybe she has a key or something. So then morning, she took a shower and ate her food, and she did not see Sarah anywhere. And she went to the office, and in the meantime, when she was recording the temperature changing, everything was recorded on her cell phone because she forgot to turn it off when she was talking to Sarah. So she showed them everything, and they did not see a lady or hear anything when she started it. Nothing was there. So on the recording, nothing was there. Only thing was there is Zina talking, and it did not record anything that the old lady Sarah was saying, or did not show her or anything. So they just said, well, it's just you talking. And then she said, well, she was there. And well, did you see her in the morning? She said, no, she wasn't there in the morning. And then she showed them the picture of all the table and the things, and the half-eaten cake and the tea and the dresser in the bedroom opening and closing. So then they said, okay, we'll look into it, who lived there and everything, and we'll get back to you. So she said, okay, then she left. And then a little bit later, about an hour later, she received a phone call on her phone, and this phone on the other end was Selena. Selena said, Miss Zina, I would like to inform you that the previous tenant lived there was Sarah McCarthy, and she actually gotten very sick, and then she seems like she had passed away. And she was like, in this apartment? And she said, yes. I said, well, I was not told this thing. She said, we are very sorry, but we usually don't release this information because, see, everywhere there's somebody will die. If this is how people take the places, nobody will ever find any place. They said, that's true, but I cannot live there anymore because I can see her and she does not want it to be very hot. Said, yeah, I can understand you being afraid. I said, afraid? What do you mean afraid? I am so freaked out. The dresser is opening, the faucet in the bathroom starting itself, the have a little cake on the table. My croissants are outside. The tea is on the table. The TV is coming on and off anytime it wants. What do you mean afraid? If you leave here, you probably have a heart attack. She said, yes, yes, I understand. So, what we can do is we can find you another place in the building. She said, no, 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 I do not want to stay in this building. You have to find me in your other property location. She said, okay, okay, we'll try to find you as soon as we can. In the meantime, if you don't feel comfortable, we will pay for your motel stay until we find you. She said, oh, thank you so much. Can you send somebody so I can go there and gather my things? I'm just afraid to go there now. And then they said, oh, sure, sure. They sent maintenance guy, and she went and she gathered her 2 boxes, and they called her Uber, and then she went to a motel. And then in 2 days they found her place in a different building, and she went there, and this place was nice, clean, totally empty, and they said, okay, nobody lived here, and the previous tenant was a college student, and he left. She's like, oh, thank you. And then she went to the Walmart and got a cot and 2 chairs and a folding table and some things for the kitchen and some things for the bathroom, and got a pizza and came back and settled down with everything, and she had a restful sleep at night. And wow, I should have known when all the things were there, including the bed and all the things in the kitchen, that somebody must have left everything and died. So this was the first time Gina had encountered a real life ghost, but it was a nice ghost. It was just a nice old lady who didn't like to be very hot. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you with many more. Hi, thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe,